We live action, lights, camera, action equals customer satisfaction. I'm Coday Sayso, so if I say so, it's gonna be so. You should already know so. Y'all know the vibes. This is another episode of my show called Trade School. Yes, because I went to Lincoln Technical Institute in Union, New Jersey. For this episode, I'll be talking about my life after trade school due to the COVID-19, aka coronavirus. Basically, I wasn't able to go to school. Got tired of being home months after months. Just bored. So, put together a nice resume and whatnot from my knowledge of what I know to do. And I did get employment at 3 different places during this whole COVID-19 coronavirus situation. Basically, started off working at this welding place. I'm not even going to name the company. The welding place is located in Queens. And my first day, I went there. It was like, I wasn't really feeling the vibes that much. But, I'm new to the field. So I was like, I just got to get used to it. They put me with a worker. So I was like his helper. We went to a construction site in Harlem. We had to weld together stairs. So I was like his helper, helping him, use an angle grinder to bevel the metal to get it nice and smooth, to weld the metals together and whatnot. So the first day went by good. I was like, I can get used to this. Second day came now. They wanted me to do some like electrical work. From trade school, they teach you, the first thing they teach you before doing anything is PPE, which stands for protective personal equipment. So before I even touched anything electrical or did anything whatsoever, first thing I had on was my PPE, my goggles, my glasses, my multimeter, checking the voltage and all that. So what made me not feel so good and safe about the job, I didn't have proper supervision. I didn't have a foreman or anything. I was just like a random worker that came into me. He's like, yo, we need you to rewire the switch. So I'm like, I'm confident. I know how to do that. I learned some of this in trade school. I went to Lincoln Technical Institute. They taught me good. I'm confident. So now it comes down to it. They're like, they want me to stand on top of a forklift. For everybody out there that knows what a forklift is, it's not safe to stand on top of a forklift and have someone bring you up the forklift to like go 20 feet in the air, because you could fall, God forbid, you hurt yourself, die. So me being professional and respectable to my coworkers at that job, I told them straight up, I won't be standing on top of that forklift. It is unsafe. It's not, it's not certified by OSHA. Like, that's against OSHA laws. So I'm like, I'm not doing it. So they convinced me like, you should do it. We'll do it slow. We'll be careful. You could go up there and check the wires, make sure the voltage is good and all that. And I'm like, nah. So the guy that was doing it, he was like, I'll go up there with you. So remind you, it's a wooden board on the forklift. And the wooden board has mad cracks in it, looks old, and it's just going up slowly. So I'm like terrified because I could really fall and hurt myself. He's like, nah, don't worry. If it happens to fall, you could just jump on a metal thing. You'll be good. You'll be safe. So me and him go up there together because, in these type of jobs, you got to be brave. They test you your first couple of days, give you a couple of tests. So I'm thinking there's a test in my head. I'm like, I could do it. Go up there with him, start checking the voltage and whatnot, making sure it's good. But I'm trying to get up there as fast as possible because I'm not trying to fall down or hurt myself. Because it's really not something you're supposed to be doing on a job site. You're either supposed to be using a ladder, have a harness on you and all that. I didn't have none of that. Trying my best doing it. After we's done, we go on lunch, come back. The same guy I went on the forklift with to go and check the voltage of the wires on the motor. He asked me, do I want to go up there again? Me, kind of being terrified of heights and knowing that I had no PPE and we didn't take the proper precaution. I'm like, I'm not dumb. I'm not going to do it again. Like, my safety and my health comes first. So I just tell him, I'm like, nah, we're good. So he gives me like a dirty look or something like he didn't like what I said. So me, I'm young. I know I got a long, promising career and whatnot. I'm like, nah, I'm not trying to get hurt. So I'm like, nah. Another guy comes out of nowhere. Yeah, unscrew this, da da da, put these wires together, run this wire, hey. So like, I taking my time getting the multimeter, this, that, and the third. They're like, time is running out. It's about to be this time, and everybody starts going home. So I'm like, I could do it, putting it together and whatnot. They're like, if you can't do it today, it's okay, don't worry about it. I'm like, I could do it. Then I'm getting ready to do it. As I'm getting ready to do it, he's like, don't worry, we'll just do it tomorrow. So I'm like, nah, I can do it right now. He's like, just talk to the general manager. So I go to this is my second day working there. So I go to the general manager. He's like, come pick up your check on Thursday, which is tomorrow. So I'm like, what happened? Is there anything else for you want me to do? So he looks at me with an angry look, and he's like, we have nothing else for you to do. So automatically, I put two and two together in my head. I'm like, oh, I'm automatically getting fired. So Thursday is tomorrow. Come back the next day, pick up my check, and I'm out. That was it. They was paying me $25 an hour at that spot. And I think I made for those 2 days $400 in 2 days. So that was like my first construction check. During, the coronavirus and whatnot, working for 2 days. I'm like, that's decent because that's the type of money I used to make in like a week or maybe 2 weeks working security or being a public safety officer in a law enforcement field. So I'm like, wow, this is really an upgrade. I'm like, if I can make this type of money in 2 days, imagine what I could be making and working in this field for 5, 10 years. I'm like, wow. So this was me getting fired. It was a humbling experience, but also it motivated me and gave me that level of confidence. Like, if I could do this, I could do anything. So the sky's the limit for me. So I just want y'all guys to know out there, everybody to know out there, if you ever get fired from a construction job, and it's like your first construction job, don't let it bother you. There's a whole bunch of other places out there that desperately need people. You just have to be on time, punctual, respectable, dedicated, willing to learn, be very detail-oriented, and over time, they'll see the improvement, you'll see the improvement, and you'll go from 0 to 100 like this. It's all about investing the time, staying focused. It's all about taking baby steps. It's like climbing up a ladder. So never get discouraged. Just stay focused and continue to work. And it's not all about working hard. It's also about working smart. My name is Coday Sayso, and this was another episode of my show called Trade School. Hope you enjoyed.